Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Eugene Smiles, and I'm back. Today is this episode's gonna be a little different than what I'm used to doing. I don't like to talk about political things. It's not really my arena, but I feel like this is really political. This is something that everybody should be able to talk about. So we're gonna talk about it. Oh, but I have a special guest. Hey, guest, are you there?
Yo, yo, yo. What's up?
Dakota Fanning is back in the building.
What's up, bro?
So we're doing this remotely because Atlanta is now on curfew. The mayor, Miss Keisha Lance Bottom, has put us on punishment because all of the people who were looting and tearing up everything, breaking into all these stores and all of that. She was tired of y'all, so she put us on curfew at 9 o'clock in Atlanta. So make sure y'all are off the streets because let me tell you something. Last night, they literally were yanked two, I think it was a Morehouse and Spelman student. I don't know if they were current students or if they have already graduated. Somebody had posted it online. That's the only reason I know. Yanked them out the car, tased them, all of that because they were out after curfew.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was ridiculous. That was on live TV. The young lady was literally screaming.
Did I got a question. Did they ask them to get out or did they just start, going in on them like that? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they did because what I'm hearing is that they slashed their tires. They were in the car they were driving. They stopped the car. They slashed their tires. I think they might have broken their windows because they were like they were reaching through the window or something.
Supposed to go home.
Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to be out. But my thing is they weren't
Okay.
doing anything, so you could have easily said, "Go home. Y'all shouldn't be out. Go home." And it's not like this is a curfew that's been out for a week, 2 weeks. This happened yesterday,
Right.
so you don't know
And
where
most people who are already out didn't know there was a curfew. So let the people know and then allow them to leave.
exactly.
And
And
if
this
there's
just gets
a violation, just arrest them. What was the tasing for? Why
all
was it necessary?
for no reason. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're out. I added Keisha Lance Bottoms on Twitter and was like, "What the fuck, really, bitch?" Because this is where we kind of get into that conversation as people not doing their jobs. We're looking at police like they're supposed to protect and serve
Right.
everybody, but y'all ain't even giving nobody a chance. You don't know where they was coming from, where they was going. They might have been heading home.
That's my point. So if you let them know, okay, it's a curfew, you can't be out past 9 o'clock. Oh, okay, we're headed home right now. But for you to slash my tires, bust my windows, tase me, snatch the girl out the car, like I don't understand why that was necessary.
None of it was
Why
necessary.
any of it? Exactly.
This is quite ridiculous. So, of course, all of this comes from the murder, because that's what it was, of George Floyd, which we've all seen the video of a racist cop. I'm going to call him a racist because we've seen him with a MAGA hat on. He had the knee on his throat. Apparently, the club, because so if you don't know, George and the officer, I can't remember the officer's name right now. Don't want to give him no promo anyway.
Right.
They worked at a club together. So the owner of the club has been doing interviews, and the owner of the club even said that when there were black and brown people at the club or the nights where there were hip hop nights, whatever, he was more aggressive with those patrons.
See, so okay, so then can we get somebody else if you notice stuff like that?
That's what I'm saying because you allowed him to continue to work there with being aggressive with your patrons.
Right. So therefore, he sees nothing wrong with it. You're I'm assuming a black person owner, person of color. So
Oh no, she was
you're
white.
okay in it. Oh, she white.
She was white.
That changes the
You're
game.
an enabler. Exactly. You're enabling that. So of course we've seen the video. He had his knee on George's neck, and people are telling him he's not responding, or he even said he can't breathe. And he was just sitting there with his hands in his pocket, like whatever. and there was an Asian gentleman, an Asian officer who was actually his brother-in-law, sitting up there, arguing with people that are telling him, "Hey, he's not responsive." This, that, and the third. So what also came out, I think this came out maybe yesterday, was a video of them putting George in the truck before they pulled him out and beating him up in the backseat of the truck.
And that actually happens more often, unfortunately, than, you know, we would like to believe, where officers are allowed to, you know, have these one-on-ones with a person who's got their arms behind their back.
Bitch move.
To get their frustration out. Like, what the fuck?
That is ridiculous. If you want to fight me, take these cuffs off. We can square up and go from there.
But they don't want to do that. Because they know they might get mollywopped. So I'm going to keep this advantage and keep asserting my power.
One thing I do find out, I know a couple officers that are cool people. I don't think they would ever do anything like that. But from what I see from a lot of these officers, they look like people that might have been bullied or might not have been the cool kids in school, something. And then they get this job where they feel like they now have this authority and this power, and now they want to take advantage of it. That's what I get.
Yeah, this is my get back.
So I'm gonna get y'all back. But who knows? And maybe it was black people that bullied them, or maybe they were jealous. Maybe they were having a get out moment where they were white and they were looking at black people and like, oh, I want to be strong like them, or I want to be this, I want to be that. That's what I'm getting from it, because now you're trying to beat me and take my life, while I'm complying, while my hands are up, while my hands are behind my back. And there's plenty of videos of them, beating people of color, not just men, that are handcuffed, that are supposed to be arrested. Right. If I committed a crime, arrest me, take me to jail, let me have my day in court.
Right. Whooping my ass is not part of it.
Is not part of that. And it doesn't make any sense, because this officer apparently has had other issues before this and was never prosecuted or anything.
That's 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds about right. Sounds about white. And I just don't understand, why we're letting this happen in this country. I am officially tired of 2020. I'm officially tired of America with them 3 Ks in it, because that's what it is. I'm tired. I'm about tired of this planet. Everything has been messed up since the beginning of the year. We came into 2020 like, oh shit, all the holidays are on weekends this year. We're going to be lit. 2020 is my year. 2020 vision.
You know what? We should have known then.
We should have known. It was too good to be true.
Yeah, all the holidays fall on the weekend. Fucking Cinco de Mayo was on a Tuesday. Like, come on.
Taco Tuesday.
It was too good to be true. We should have known from the beginning.
It's just horrible. It's been the total opposite of that. So all of the protests, everything has been starting off as a peaceful protest, and then apparently somehow, some way, stuff has gotten violent. A lot of people are having issues with the violence. They're having issues with the looting or the vandalizing of things and all of that. What is your take on that side of the protest?
I'm all for the protesting, but the looting, I understand the frustration behind the looting, but going into Louis Vuitton and people just snatching purses and stuff, I don't understand shit like that.
I absolutely don't agree with stealing at all. Stealing, looting, whatever. But I get it. Like I said, 2020 has been horrible the whole year. Not only have we had to deal with a pandemic that could have pretty much been prevented or at least slowed down or halted, had we had somebody with some sense in the White House. It could have been over by now, because some countries, it's over, it's gone. They're going back to normal, and we're over here still struggling.
Right.
Cases still rising.
Well, we're supposed to be the number one country. We're supposed to be the leader of everybody else.
I always find it, they always be like, make America great. I'm like, America has never been great. America's never been great for people of color, for women, for gays. I don't even think it's really been great for white people either. they want to act like it's great because they have all this power. But then they really been great. Who's it been great for?
The ones who've been in power.
The ones who've been in power, I guess.
It's been great for.
Because they keep getting richer and everybody else keeps being poor. So yeah, I absolutely don't believe in the looting part, but I'm not gonna be upset about it. Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Chanel, all them, they got money. They made plenty of money.
Yeah.
They got insurance. I'm not gonna say I will do it. I would have been out there had I been in town. I would have been at the protest because I think that would have been just a great experience. But I definitely wouldn't have been looting. But I'm not gonna be mad about it and say they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't tear up Atlanta, especially when I see Atlanta police officers treat citizens the way they're treating them.
Yeah.
There was an officer telling a girl to come outside. Excuse me? For what? Like he was gonna fight her or something.
Yeah, they almost act like fighting and the brutality is a part of their job description.
I'm just like, if you don't have enough confidence in yourself, if you don't know how to talk to people, like, I'm sorry, being a police officer should also be it's a customer service job. Again, you're supposed to protect and serve. If I work in customer service, I can't be cussing out the customers. I can't. I don't care how mad they get. You got to be able to control yourself. So if you can't control yourself, you might need to be an officer.
But you, I'm sure, were trained to de-escalate situations. So your present,
were they?
No. Well, I would like to believe that.
Right.
So like, what is your purpose? You're called to a scene of something, and you're supposed to arrest somebody.
They go in guns,
that all
shooting, attacking. They don't even think about it.
When it's us.
When
I've seen them. When it's white people, they can basically whoop your ass. You seen that video of that man who I think he was fighting two cops, and they had batons and everything, and he was giving them the business. No guns,
absolutely.
no tasers. I didn't see no backup. Like, they were just tussling with this dude until they were able to subdue him. Black people never be given that type of courtesy.
Right, a black person gets pulled over and y'all call them for backup. Sir, my taillight is out. Calm down.
Or you do what they say and they slam you on the ground.
Like, what is the problem?
My hands are up, which is what you asked me to do. There's no need to punch me in the face, or there's no need to tackle me to the ground. I saw a video where this dude like jumped in the air and kicked somebody in the back.
I seen that.
Bruh.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
And it's just you want us to take stuff like that because you're a cop.
And I'm trying to understand why a lot of white America, they don't get it. You don't understand it. And if you don't understand, ask for understanding, ask to be educated. Don't sit up here and tell us that we shouldn't be doing this. Because y'all complain about, oh, you shouldn't be looting. This is not how you protest. You should be like Martin Luther King. Hello, they murdered Martin Luther King. Did we forget that? He was peaceful protesting. Martin Luther King had been arrested. Martin Luther King had shit thrown at him, right. Had the FBI stalking him, recording his calls,
right?
All of this, and y'all still murder him. Really?
Because we're a threat either way. That's the thing.
But what's the problem?
But now people are done with talking. So what now?
Oh, y'all shouldn't do this. Well, we was kneeling when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling. Oh, he shouldn't do that. He's disrespecting this. He's disrespecting this. Y'all had a problem with that. When Taraji P. Henson wins an award and she wants to say something about police brutality, y'all got a problem with that.
Right.
When Kobe Bryant had and the LA Lakers had the I Can't Breathe shirts on, y'all had a problem with that.
Right.
What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to just sit here and continue to get murdered and people not getting investigated for these crimes and but what about black on black crime? Bitch, what about it? Y'all arrest us for that.
But what about
Okay,
white crime? Like, what about any,
white on white crime.
like, yeah, come on now, stop acting like it's just us killing us.
And it's like y'all can't see it because we have people walking. That young man walked into that church, killed all them people. Y'all arrested him peacefully, took him to, I believe, Burger King,
Yes,
got him something to eat.
he had it his way.
Mr. Had it his way. Good one. Boom, boom, ching. Mr. Floyd allegedly had a fake $20 bill, which, as I was doing research, found out that it was a real $20 bill. And
See,
murdered him.
see, that's ridiculous.
Because I've had people come to my job with fake bills. I said, sir, I can't take this. And I kept it moving. What am I calling the cops for? This isn't my job to handle forgery and all. What am I can't take this. No, get out of here.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. Like, why were the cops called?
Why? Let's find a person that called the police. Because why were the
cops take it unless you took it and you believe it's fake? Which, if it turned out to be real, like, you were wrong.
That's the thing. And at my job, if somebody takes a fake bill, because there's plenty of ways to check it. Oh, you took that fake bill, that's coming out of your check. You have to replace that.
Right.
Hello? Why am I calling the cop over a fake bill? First of all, the person that has it might not know it's fake. You don't know where they got it from. So you're calling the cop of somebody.
But that's how money works, which, you know.
Like, now you're trying to get them a forgery charge. He might not even have had, if that was a fake bill, he might not have even made that. You don't know where he got that from.
Right.
So it's like, again, let's talk about next subject. Why do white people feel like they are the police? Because we've had 3 instances this weekend where there have been people decide they want to protect and serve, and you ain't got no fucking badge. The police don't even know how to do their job. You ain't finna do it.
Yeah. And I've had my experiences with that shit where they think they the police.
It's just like that person at your job who think they're the manager. Ma'am, get out my face. You're not my manager. You're my coworker.
I don't work for you. We don't even do the same thing. So why is you over here?
Why is you here, ho? Why is you here? A lady, I was gonna call her old lady, but we found out she wasn't old. Y'all seen the clip? Her electric wheelchair decided she wanted to be crash dummy in front of motherfucking Target. See, the issue didn't lie that she
thought she was Sonya Blade. That's what she thought she was.
She thought she was Sonya Blade. She had a blade, but everybody is saying, "Oh my God, it was an old lady." It wasn't an old lady. Word on the street, she was 30. I think somebody said she was 30. I think she was 30 something.
Okay, if the lady was old, you're trying to stab people, ma'am. Like,
that's the other problem. You decided you want to stab. She was stabbing people, and then the part of the clip where you see her when she runs into the wall, you see a knife in her hand. And so I'm sorry, she wasn't just stabbing people; she was stabbing black people.
Right.
What? So you gonna let Miss White Girl with the lamps run by, but black people come around, you stabbing them? First of all, bitch,
let her cousins and her people through. But we the animals and we the criminals.
Sit down. You take it. I don't care if you a Target Rewards member, huh?
I said she was sitting down.
Oh, park your chair, ma'am. Park your chair.
Yeah,
I guess she was a Target.
It's time to plug in.
She was doing the most. I guess she was like a Target's reward member or something. She was gung ho Target.
That's her Target. That's the one she goes to, and you're not about to fuck up her shit. So you got to get out of here. But what she didn't know was wheelchair or no wheelchair, ma'am. You're trying to do physical harm to people. Naturally, you're going to defend yourself.
I do not condone violence, but I do condone defending yourself. And if anybody
at some point,
if anybody decide they want to run up on me with a knife, man, woman, child, Chucky doll, Jason, I gotta defend myself. Wheelchair or not, bitch. And before y'all be like, oh my God, no, she's in a wheelchair. That bitch could walk. You know, everything is recorded.
Now what?
She could walk. I don't know why. I guess it's easier for her to get around a wheelchair. But the clip I seen of her,
or maybe because it was part of her narrative.
Her narrative. Oh my God, poor
a woman white lady in a wheelchair was a shame. Oh, black people are really trying it.
No, because they was retweeting the video on, oh my God. First of all, y'all threw elderly on her. She wasn't elderly. If you looked at her, she wasn't elderly. Yes, some white people do age at a rapid rate, but she was not elderly. Apparently she's 30-something. And there's a video of somebody recording her from a building. She was outside. She got out her chair. She didn't limp over to this person. She walked over to this person and was in their face. So, ma'am. And then if you look at one of the clips, why is her leg folded over her knee? Like, what's going on? And I want y'all to know, there was a lady that patted that ass from the back, bloop, 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 right across her head. Sound effect, hilarious. People were trying to push her out the way. Push her out the way. And she got a little fired up in her chair, and somebody hit it with a fire extinguisher. And it was so funny that somebody was a white man.
I don't think she was expecting that.
She wasn't expecting that. Ta-da, bitch. Next case.
There's yours.
There was a white boy. He seemed pretty young. He might have been 20-something. The narrative that they were trying to paint was that he was trying to protect his store, and he had a machete. Find out it was not his store. I don't know if maybe he shot there too or something. I'm not sure of the situation, but he was chasing a bunch of people with a machete. If I'm protecting a store, if I'm protecting my front door, I shouldn't have to chase you away from my front door. I'm going to stand in front of my front door and I'm going to protect it, if that's what I'm doing. But when it gets to the point that you're chasing people, it's time for you to get your ass beat.
I can see that.
I mean, I seen it. I will have to send you the clip, y'all. Because whatever happened, somebody got in, and then everybody got in. Now, I, again, do not condone violence. I definitely don't condone jumping, but I get it. You're not finna chase me with no machete.
Oh, he got.
Once I get, huh?
He got beat up.
They were when it came out,
like the bow and arrow man. He got beat.
That's case 3. We're gonna get to case 3 in a minute.
Slow down.
They were saying, "Oh my God, they just killed this man. He was protecting his store." You know, people like to just make up stories, especially some of the white people were making up stories. Oh, he was protecting his store. They killed him. He was not dead. He did go to the hospital, and he did have a machete. So, again, I haven't seen any video where there's just black people running up and fighting people. You know what I'm saying? Something is inciting. Something is starting that.
Right.
Now we get to case 3, Hawkeye with the bow and arrow.
Nice reference.
Sir, you drove to where the protest was. Your car.
Got out of your car.
Got out of his car.
Put on your...
And was fumbling with the bow and arrow.
And was in archery class. Like, sir.
What are you doing? Are you hunting black people? Is that what we're doing? And then, again, you doing all of this, coming out here with all this aggression, and then it take one person to get a good hit on you, and then everybody gonna swarm in.
Right.
Wore him out. Again, I do not condone violence.
Neither do I.
But I do think you should be able to defend yourself. And one thing about bow and arrow, you can't move that fast, sir. So you shoot one, it's gonna be a few seconds before you get another one. So I'm gonna get that ass.
Right.
Hello, somebody.
Right. And you got to reach behind you to grab your next one. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Unless you quick with it.
So Hawkeye got on the news talking about he was attacked by 2 black men and he was yelling out of his car. He didn't get out of his car.
Right.
Sir, everything is recorded.
Right. This was before he saw the video.
This is before he saw the video. What people need to understand, especially in 2020, especially when shit like this is going on, somebody's recording you.
Right.
People
always
like
watching.
Always. They like the views, they like the likes, they like the retweets, they like all of that. Somebody's recording you. And I find it so hilarious how this man did not go to jail, get charged with nothing. You brought a weapon to a protest. No, sir. But people that are not doing anything, that have their hands up, protesting, nonviolent, are going to jail. What's going on? And y'all wonder why we're protesting. Y'all wonder why people are fed up. The whole year we've been dealing with a pandemic. We've been stuck in the house. People are not working. They've lost their job. They were offered a damn little ass stimulus check. You know what I'm saying? You can't go get no toilet paper because everybody hoarding toilet paper.
Right.
This crazy nut job in the White House, and then we're still dealing with police brutality. People are tired. I'm tired. I'm like mentally drained.
Yes.
Physically tired of dealing with it. I get tired of wearing a mask. My face is hot.
And it's only gonna get hotter.
Tired. Right, and it's summertime. It's about to be hot. What the hell?
Yeah.
People are tired, and people literally. I can say I'm a person. I like to break things. Like if it's something that I don't need anymore, I'm probably gonna break it, rip it up. I just like to do that kind of stuff. So I get it. There are people that want to break things, and when people are not being heard, they're gonna break things. That moves me to my next point. Violence. Oh, we shouldn't do violence is not the answer. There's been so many people from T.I. to I think LL Cool J said something about it. Other people that are saying, violence is not the answer. Vandalizing is not the answer. Looting is not the answer. Again, I mentioned earlier, what are we supposed to be doing? People are like, don't tear up Atlanta. It's not happening in Atlanta. What I seen last night, that was in Atlanta.
Right.
Young people getting yanked out their car, tires slashed. So not only do they possibly have a case, I'm thinking they probably won't get charged for anything. But now I gotta pay. Y'all probably done towed my car, and I gotta get 4 new tires.
Right.
And I have the trauma of this situation. I hope there's a lawsuit.
And
they better.
This is all over the world, also.
All over.
Not just this was a personal experience. This was a personal experience that unfortunately was shared with the world as it was happening.
And one of the things I'm thinking is like, Atlanta is like the Black Mecca, and we got Keisha Lance Bottoms, and I'm thinking that kind of stuff wouldn't happen here, but it's happening here. Interesting. When you could have just told them to go home. And for y'all to do that when there's a camera there's a camera crew there recording. Y'all don't give a fuck. And I don't want to be like, fuck the police or all the police, because Lil Wayne said, we can't blame all the police. I get it. It's not everybody's not a bad cop. Yeah, okay, whatever. But when you're allowing your cop friends and your cop co-workers to do these kind of things, say these kind of things, and you're not checking them, then you are a part of the problem.
Right.
There again, somebody was getting arrested. A white boy was getting arrested in Seattle, and the cop put his knee on his neck. Really? The other cop moved his knee. This is why we're in this situation.
Right. And why are y'all doing
it? It doesn't even think that boy was little. He was. It's just so ridiculous. And people just wonder why we're so upset. Now I'm going places, and because I'm a Black male, white people looking at me crazy and shit. What? This is what we deal with all the time.
And me wearing a mask, or us wearing masks, I'm sure is even scarier for some of them because they can't see our full face.
Exactly. Because I wear hats. I wear hats, and now I gotta wear a mask and shit. Some stores are requiring you that you wear a mask. Now they looking at me crazy, bitch.
But
What?
but
I
you're
don't want to catch
already
corona.
threatening because of the skin you're in. Now you got a fucking mask on your
Fucking
face.
dumb. I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask to be black. I didn't ask to be put in this country. I didn't ask your ancestors to bring my ancestors here. Let's talk about this because people want to say, "Oh, violence is not the way." We learned that shit from y'all. I don't know the young lady's name. She was speaking in
Yeah, I
Atlanta.
think for me or
She
something.
was like, "We learned this from y'all." Yeah, this whole country, y'all ancestors came over here and poisoned and killed the Native Americans that was here and took their land. Violent.
Right.
Hello?
Because it wasn't peaceful. That's for damn sure.
It was not peaceful. When y'all had slaves, y'all would beat the slaves, mutilate the slaves, starve the slaves, violence. Where we learned
But
that
even
from?
how you got black people on or Africans on the ships, you were kidnapping and trapping them. That's violent.
Violent.
You're not giving people the
Hello?
choice. That's violent. You're making the choice for me? No. Keep your vote.
Violence.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Slave. Nat Turner. How did they fight against slavery? Violence. Wake these motherfuckers up. Because everybody wasn't gonna sit down to slavery, and he didn't.
Right. But it's also interesting that he's kind of given a negative uh reputation when all he was doing was standing up for himself and his people. Like, I'm not gonna be okay with you treating me how you treat me. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's utterly ridiculous. And then it's so funny because I seen people were tweeting. It was like it's funny how a lot of white people sit and watch Star Wars and Avatar, these movies where people are standing up for their troops, their tribes, their countries, whatever, but then they don't get what we're doing here.
You don't want
Interesting,
to,
because that is violent.
but you don't want to. You get it. Like, if I hear anybody say they're shocked that the police treat black people, specifically black men, like this, like, I'm over that. I'm over you being shocked. Like, pay attention. That's all you have to do is pay attention.
Look at the news. Why are there so many black girls in the DMV area disappearing and there's no investigation on it? Nobody cares. But little Becky goes to Cancun and disappears.
It's
Oh my God.
bulletin. The world must stop to find little Susie Q.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And again, I personally have nothing against white people. I don't hate white people or anything. I hate racists. I hate people that refuse to even look at what's going on around them and acknowledge it, because it's happening and you can't say it's not happening. It doesn't make any sense that every few months, sometime every month, we have to, that's Zoe. Hey, Zoe. Every month we have to deal with somebody being killed. They busted in that young woman's house, wrong house, shot her up in her bed. Nobody's been arrested.
And to make matters worse, you arrested her boyfriend.
What her boyfriend was arrested for?
I think he had a gun, and he was defending his house. You wake up to gunshots, and I own a firearm. You expect me not to? And me and my girl are sleeping. Hello, like, I don't know anybody who wouldn't defend your house, even if you don't have a gun. I'm grabbing something in my house to defend my house.
I'm throwing my cell phone, my cycle.
Yeah, I'm not just allowing you to come in here. No, y'all arrest this man.
Crazy.
And y'all murdered this lady. And nobody's been brought up on charges still to this day.
But y'all, what we're doing again, if burn all the shit down, I don't care. I'm not gonna feel sorry.
Violence.
I don't condone it. But I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you how to react. You can't make somebody mad and then tell them how to react or tell them how to feel. People are tired. People have family members that have been shot and killed, friends and family that have been shot and killed, that have been mistreated. You know what I'm saying? There is a trauma that is passed down in our bloodline because of what happened during slavery. People don't realize that. They do not realize it. And unfortunately, the way the Black community has been is kind of changing now. We can't go to therapy, pray it away. Because religion, was taught to us by the slave master. So that's what a lot of Black people are. They're Christians and, oh, we can pray it away, this, that, and the third. No, some people need to go to therapy. Black people need therapy. And y'all don't want to give us reparations. Give us something. Give us free therapy, free therapists, some kind of help.
Right.
Because y'all, all this shit is y'all instilled into our ancestors. It's passing through the bloodline. Right. And the thing is, what y'all are really scared of is that payback is coming. Because for whatever reason, A. Marie was talking about this, singer A. Marie was talking about this. She's like, we always have to try to prove that we're human, that we're worth it, that we're worth living, that we're worth, being in this position. We're always trying to prove and campaign that Black people are normal. And it's like, sometimes we just got to stop, because racism is not going to stop. And we just got to stop and start really living preparing ourselves for this world and supporting ourselves. Again, you see Asian people support each other. Mainly everybody that work in the Chinese restaurant is Chinese. Almost everybody. White people, a lot of times they support each other. They support their businesses. Jewish, definitely support their own businesses. Black people, what's the problem? Why don't we support each other or support our businesses? Shakana, who was a failed reality star, I don't know what other talent she has. She was online crying about people breaking into Gucci. Yeah. Are you fucking serious? Gucci don't even cater to your size.
And Tori was going back and forth.
I seen it, and she was loud and wrong. She was getting defensive. That's why I'm like, who are you? What do you do? They don't cater. They don't cater to your size. They don't cater to your color.
She like that bag.
And are they real? That's my thing. Like, y'all crying over Gucci. I ain't worried about Gucci getting burnt down. They got money. All that overpriced shit they sell, they got money. I ain't worried about that shit. Have they even released a statement about what's going on? And Black people are so quick to run to Gucci and Louis Vuitton. And really? I'm worried about that shit? Hell no. Absolutely not. She's online crying. Guess what? That merchandise, those purses, clothes, all that can be replaced.
What is she crying about, though? Like that.
I don't fucking know. I was just looking at it like, this bitch stupid. I cannot. Tory Lanez, I was looking at some of the live. He was trying to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, and she was like, it's like we're wild. They think we're wild animals, all this other stuff. And then Tory was like, okay, come on, bring your tone down. Let's not act like wild animals. He checked her because she was doing all that yelling and going on. I'm just like, bitch, you on TV acting like a wild animal. You are on Love and Hip Hop. So what are you talking about? I'm so confused. And then I want to bring it up Tory Lanez. I want to bring up celebrities. I absolutely don't believe nobody has to say anything about anything. Celebrities don't have to say anything. They don't have to do anything. But I do think that as somebody who makes money off of the community, music artists, especially these influencers, you make money, a lot of them make money off the Black community. You should have a stance that makes sense for your community. I feel like you should do something, give back. Because a lot of these people are out here making money off the community. Same thing, they make money off the gay community and don't give anything back. Don't hire gay people or don't donate to campaigns or anything. They're just making money. And when issues come up, they're real quiet. They ain't got nothing to say. Earlier today, what that guy's name? Desi something? and B Simone were getting dragged up and down Twitter. I don't follow either one of them, but they're pretty popular. I think B Simone made her first million this year or whatever, and I don't think any white people know B Simone like that. So she had to make it off of Black social media. And she made a statement. I think I have the statement. Let me see if I have it. Basically saying she's Christian and she's gonna look at things a different way and all. I'm just looking like, what? Why do y'all act like the Bible didn't have violence? I don't get it. Like, do you get it? Y'all talk. Jesus died for your sins, right? So somebody basically had to murder Jesus, right? So somebody had to be murdered, beat, murdered, crucified for you to be able to go to heaven, right?
Right.
I'm listening to the audience. That's what I'm trying to think. Like, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes violence has to happen. People don't want to change their mentality. If white people were just like, are the racist people, I'm sorry, because there's some black people that's racist too. If racist people are just like, you know what, this is stupid. Maybe we should stop being racist. Maybe we should equal, blah, 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 blah. We'll be good. Somebody do a crime, take them to jail, let them have a day in court, keep it moving. Somebody that's a public servant, officers, they do a crime, take them to jail, let them have a day in court. We'll be good. Like, it's always an issue when we want things to be equal and even. What the fuck? What the fuck? And then for y'all to say violence, this is not the way to go, blah, blah, blah. There's been plenty of cases where people's football teams have won or lost and they're running through the city, burning shit up, jumping on cars, vandalizing because your football team won and or lost.
But
and these are white people. I'm sorry.
Is when so positive.
Excuse me, because I'm sorry, when the Falcons was going to the Super Bowl, we weren't tearing the city up. We might be drinking and partying. We might be partying in the streets,
tearing the city up.
You know what I'm saying?
Not literally.
But y'all talking about this isn't the way, but y'all tearing up the city because a coach got fired. A coach that was ignoring child molestation and stuff going on in his school got fired, and y'all are running through the city tearing shit up. What? So y'all are okay with children being hurt, but when somebody dies that wasn't found guilty, that didn't have no proof or nothing, he just died and he was complying, y'all have no issue.
The issue is what the crowd looks like. That's the issue.
And that's my problem, because nobody chooses to be their color. Even if you go get a tan, baby, you're going to return back to your original color. Even if you bleach your skin, you're going to return back. You got to keep bleaching your skin. Like, your hair texture can change with some chemicals, but it's going to return back. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody chooses. And then there's been this boy that's talking about he don't get it because he's mixed. Are you serious? You're black. In their eyes, you're black. And I'm looking at him like your nose, your lips, your hair, you're black. I don't care what you want to claim to be, so you're not passable. And there's another issue. Rapper Little Mama was talking online, and she said, a lot of black celebrities don't know what it's like to be black. They just know what it's like to be rich.
Right.
So I'm like, true. Especially when these people have been in the industry 30 years, they don't get it. They're looking at us like those people down there. They're the ones telling us, oh no, don't tear up the businesses. Oh no, we got to do it a different way. We got to get out and vote. Yeah, we want to vote, but I can't vote right now to get this president out. So what am I going to do? I'm upset. I can't go to a therapist because I can't afford it. I don't have health care. Y'all aren't giving me anything, and y'all are killing people that look like me for no reason.
Yeah.
How many people have killed for traffic stops? What the fuck? So yes, we're going to be upset. And yes, I don't give a fuck about people vandalizing and all that shit because they're upset. What are we gonna do? We want justice. So many people, man, women, children are dying. Things that could have been avoided. Young boy had a toy gun. Y'all shot him? Excuse me?
They're always a
What?
threat. That's the thing. Like your mere
It's so
existence
ridiculous.
is threatening to somebody. That is ridiculous to me.
And you can't literally it's like we have to literally watch our backs, you know, just to live our lives. If I go to the store with this mask on, are people gonna think I'm trying to steal or they're gonna think I'm a criminal?
Right.
It's just so weird. And I do have people looking at me when I have a mask on, like I'm gonna do something. Bitch, I'm coming here to get some damn
Look, me too.
avocados. Get on my face. Right. Like, ain't nobody worried about y'all. I don't know why y'all think we're always the ones that are gonna do some harm when y'all are walking in the schools shooting up people, walking in the malls shooting up people, blowing up buildings. Black people really be minding our
Right.
business.
Like, leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. Like, honestly, I don't even see you. You know what I'm saying?
I have my headphones in. I'm shopping. I have my headphones in and I'm shopping. So I don't need, you know, anything to do with you. And I'm just minding my business. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else they want us to do.
They don't care.
And I'm tired.
What we do.
I'm tired. And back to the celebrities. Celebrities, they do have. I feel like they do have a social responsibility. Black celebrities and white celebrities, especially white celebrities that are using Black culture. Y'all, excuse my language, not really. Everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be one. Been seeing that float around. Shout out to Justin Timberlake for finally doing something for the culture. We still ain't forgive you for that Janet Jackson shit, but you know,
I'm not aware.
He did it. He just tweeted out some information for people. I think that were arrested for them to be able to get bailed out and stuff. Like you could donate money, something small, whatever. Shout out to Ariana Grande. She was marching in LA. Tinashe was out marching. J. Cole was out marching. Portia from Housewives was out marching. Shout out to them. And I don't expect to see Wale. He was out. Shout out to Wale. I don't expect to see Rihanna outside marching. You get sometimes it's just but it's like what are you doing? And luckily we stand somebody like Rihanna that's always doing something for the community. She didn't even grow up here.
Right.
She ain't grow up here. And she's done more than people that have grew up here are doing. Pull up. And if you're a person of color and you have friends who are not your person of color, not Black, not white, or are white, excuse me, pull up. Because you should be looking at them to see what they're doing or saying or something.
Because you should realize that it could be your friend or your friend's brother or your friend's father or your friend's sister or your friend.
We shouldn't have to wait for something to happen to somebody that we know personally for us to want to get angry and do things. And again, we should vote. It's stupid.
I can't tell you
it's
what
so
you
dumb.
Should do. You should research something, find something to do. Or when you go home for Christmas or the holidays or whatever, and one of your family members say something foul, check them. Let it slide.
That's the thing. You got to check your friend.
Bobby. No, check Uncle Bobby.
Exactly. Shout out to all the white people that are out doing the work. I want to tell you, white people are hilarious. Though I don't think we need them. You don't need people, but it's a big help when you have white people on your side that get it. Because them are when I tell you, I seen one drop kick a cop over the fence. That thing was funny. Again, I don't condone violence, But you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are standing in the way in between black protesters because a lot of these cops are trying to antagonize black protesters to get them arrested, to harm them. I seen a cop, boy had his hands up. He pulled the boy's
Yeah, I saw
mask
that.
down and sprayed him in the face. What? Like, are you serious? Why? What is your
Good.
problem?
We they trying to put
Are
us
you
in our
trying to make an
place.
example out of
They
somebody?
have to continuously remind us to put us in our place. We're stepping out of line when we stand up for ourselves.
It's so ridiculous, and I don't get it. So I don't know. I'm not going to say again. I don't think every cop is bad, but when you decide to not check your cop friends on their actions or what they're doing and
That just
saying, then you're just as bad as them.
that's
You're
life
an
period.
enabler.
Even if in your regular friend circle somebody do something foul, rude to a waiter at a restaurant or something, or just going overboard with it, like check them. Like it doesn't have to be the end of the world
That's
to
exactly what
try
you're supposed
to,
to do.
let somebody know that something they did wasn't, handled in the best way. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't have to be.
Exactly. I want to get into NFL. NFL released a statement. Everybody's rolling their eyes. Everybody roll your eyes right now. Why y'all releasing a statement and Colin Kaepernick has not had a job in how many years? Like, this is what he was doing this for. And y'all want to release a statement. Fuck y'all.
What is that? What they say?
Fuck the
You're
NFL.
not gonna read it?
The NFL family is greatly saddened by the tragic events across our country. The protesters' reactions to these events reflect the pain, anger, and frustration that so many of us feel. Our deepest condolences go out to the family of Mr. George Floyd and to those who have lost loved ones, including the families of Miss Breonna Taylor in Louisville and Mr. Ahmaud Aubrey, the cousin of Tracy Walker of the New Detroit Lions. As current events dramatically underscore, there remains much more to do as a country and as a league. Hmm. These tragedies inform the NFL's commitment, and our ongoing efforts. These remain an urgent need. I'm repeating these things for a reason. Urgent need for action. Urgent need for action. You hear that? We recognize the power of our platform. We recognize the power of our platform. We, NFL, recognize the power of our platform in communities and as a part of the fabric of American society. As a part of the fabric of American society, we embrace that responsibility and are committed to continuing. Let me repeat this. We embrace that responsibility and are committed to continuing the important work to address these systematic issues together with our players, club, and partners. From the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. I repeated those parts for a reason because it's like, somebody in the NFL was trying to do something and bring attention to something, and y'all had an issue. He was disrespecting the flag. He was disrespecting Army, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I'm trying to bring attention to police brutality, and
Right.
we're still having this issue.
And it's been how many years? And your is that I'm kneeling and
It's quite
taking it as disrespect to like, okay, all right. See, you want to change what the issue is. You don't want to talk about the issue. You want to make something else the issue, and let's talk about that because that's where you're comfortable.
exactly. I'm tired of them. I found this girl had this sign. I'm going to read this sign, and I'm just not even going to comment on it because I think it speaks for itself. It says the reason you don't see cops shutting down KKK rallies is the same reason you don't see Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus in the same room.
Yeah.
Boom. So great news. The hacker group Anonymous, if you don't know who Anonymous are, they are a bunch of
They're
people. We
anonymous.
have no idea who they are, where they're at. They're anonymous. Yeah. And they have popped back up. I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since we've heard from them. And they have started to leak lots of information about people. Basically, what they do, they have shut down government websites. They have leaked emails a few years ago when Sony studios, all those emails were leaking, and it was all this information coming out about people, what people were saying about each other, and all this other stuff. That was them. They have just leaked a lot of information on y'all president. Apparently, allegedly, him and Jeffrey Epstein. If you have not seen the documentary on Jeffrey Epstein on Netflix, please watch it. It is quite ridiculous on how he was getting away with a lot of stuff. Basically, he was involved in child trafficking. And allegedly Donald Trump was also. And there's a list of alleged, I'm going to keep saying alleged, victims that were paid millions of dollars to not to go to court,
What?
whatever, settlements. Yeah, and the victims' ages they were male and female from ages 10 to 13. 10 to 13. Also, there was a little Epstein's little black book leak, and Naomi Campbell's name was in there. Little black book. This was a black book that had people in it that he was that was involved in his sex trafficking shenanigans. And I'm gonna leave it at that. First time hearing that. Chris Tucker. Yeah, it came out today. Chris Tucker name was in the book also. Now I watched the documentary. Chris Tucker rode his plane. Sorry, I'm fucking up. Had rode his plane to Africa for some kind of benefit. So Chris Tucker didn't know the guy, and people in the documentary said they never seen Chris Tucker doing anything. Bill Clinton used to hang with him, along with Donald Trump and other like celebrities, Kevin Spacey, all of that. Some of those people have gotten things that, charges and stuff, allegations. So you can put together what you want from that. But yeah, Anonymous is back, and they are wreaking havoc on the internet and leaking a lot of information. And they are definitely helping us fight. They shut down the Minneapolis Police Department's website. And I think they hacked Chicago's police department's communication. And apparently they were playing "Fuck the Police." So they're trying to communicate with other officers, and they hear "Fuck the Police" playing. So
wonder where they've been at.
That's what's going on. They've probably been gathering information because it's an election year, so maybe they were like, let's chill. And they're literally, nobody can find them. The government can't find them anything. So they probably had to lay low and all of that. So if you don't type Anonymous, then you'll definitely find them.
Oh my God. So if you can't find me, if I keep bouncing my signal all over the place, and my hackery is higher than your IT tech you got over there at the FBI or whatever, then what you expect? Y'all never gonna find them because I'm a step ahead of y'all.
Exactly. Never gonna find them. Yeah. So that's going on, and that's great. But that's pretty much like all the good news. Like when it comes to this, everybody that's out there that's protesting, keep fighting the good fight. I wish again I was in town. I would have been doing the peaceful protest. I would have been looting. Because I ain't got time. I don't need to catch no case. I don't need none of that. Y'all need to see Eugene Smilez on the news for loot and Louis Vuitton. I'm good. I'm absolutely good on that. But let's be safe, be smart. And everybody, the biggest thing is we do need to vote. Sometimes the voting system is real fucked up, but we got to get out there. We have to vote. Register to vote. Register to vote. They're trying to find so many ways for people of color to not vote. They are we're possibly might have to go on either do it online or send in your votes because of the pandemic. So they're they're trying to find ways for us to not vote. We need to vote, not just in the
Right.
presidential election, in our local elections, mayors,
Right.
sheriffs, judges, all of that. We need to vote. And that's the problem. We get so excited about voting for president and forget that we have all these other people, House representatives and governors and all the other that we got to vote and get these
But those
racist,
affect
get
us more
these
than the
Republicans
presidency.
out of
You know
here.
what I'm saying?
To be completely honest, they do, because if we got a great president, we had Barack Obama in office for 8 years, but he was unable to get a lot of stuff done because he has to go through the House and all this, and the House had a bunch of
Right.
Republicans that were fighting against
Just
everything he
because.
did. So a lot of y'all that want to say Obama did a lot. He did a lot of what he could do. But because y'all don't want to vote for these other offices and positions, he was kind of stuck and his hands were tied a lot of ways. So, I mean, that's all I got. Guys, make sure you follow my YouTube, Eugene Smiles. Um, of course, you're listening to the show. Thanks for everybody that's listening. I do take donations on Anchor. You know, it's always fun to do these shows. If you feel like you want to donate to my podcast. Shout out to my guest,
Always a pleasure.
Dakota
Always a
Manning.
pleasure.
Dakota. Guys, just be safe out there. Remember to register to vote. I will probably put this on. I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so I'll put a link up. Register to vote, and I will see you guys next time.